This area of northern Spain, which borders both France and Portugal, is known as Green Spain. Sandwiched between the coast and the Cantabrian Mountains, the climate here makes it one of the lushest areas in the country. Essentially, it's cooler and wetter than most of Spain.
We've picked our favourite parts of our road trip in this region to share with you today. We started in Bilbao, and you can find a video about that on our channel, which includes one of the 12 national treasures of Spain. From Bilbao, we drove to Los Picos De Europa, a national park in the Cantabrian mountain range. We made a lot of stops on that journey, and this video is all about the beautiful places we saw, including pristine beaches and some rather interesting caves.
The beaches along this coast are sandy, clean, and often bordered by steep cliffs. This cliff had some cool caves that we sat near to when eating lunch, while also watching people fish in the thrashing sea. Most of the beaches are away from cities and towns and basically empty, so perfect for a day of chilling out.
A large part of our route followed the Camino De Santiago, specifically the Camino del Norte, which is the part of the Camino that's recommended for foodies. Yay! We absolutely loved this route and discovered a few gems along the way. This town is quaint and pretty and has an awesome view of the beach and harbour. Behind you are the old castle and church, which formed a defensive fortress around the town. First built over 800 years ago in the 12th century, it's a place that is well worth a visit. Inside the church is the usual Jesus stuff and some impressive Gothic architecture.
At the top of the mountain in Cabathano Park is this viewpoint and a panoramic of the whole surrounding area. Despite the cafe having closed down and the area seeming somewhat abandoned, the views are far from spoiled. On one side you can see all the way to Santander and the estuary. And on the other side is a view of the mountains with some friendly cows and horses. One place we stopped that is an absolute must is a cave called Altamira. It's another of Spain's 12 national treasures, famous for having some incredible cave paintings which date back to 37,000 BC. These photos are from the recreation they have made in the neighbouring museum.
The cave was used for shelter by animals and humans until 13,000 years ago, when a rockfall sealed the entrance. The paintings were preserved until the cave was rediscovered by an amateur archaeologist in 1879. There's so much to say about this cave that we're going to be making a separate, more detailed video about it, so stay tuned for that.
There are other caves on the coast worth visiting, including Tito del Castillo, which didn't allow any photography inside at all. This cave is spectacular and you can actually see the real deal there, rather than a reconstruction like Altamira. Here's a photo from the interwebs that shows you what we saw. The surrounding area is beautiful too, and it's a fun, scenic place to drive around.
Our final stop today is Llanes. This pretty, quaint town is home to these painted concrete cubes called Cubos de la Memoria. I think they make for a lovely way to end this video today.
We hope you enjoyed exploring the Bay of Biscay as much as we did. Hit like if you did.
Did you know that you have the power to tell us where to go next? Support us on Patreon and you can help us decide where to film. Thanks for all the love. See you next time.
Adios, amigos.